Hey everybody, Dan here with Thin Feather for Outfitters. Today we're looking at a Charter Arms Revolver 38 Special. It's called the Undercover Lite. It is very light, so let's talk about it. Many people pocket carry revolvers. They really do. They like the little snub-nosed revolvers, and that's what this is. And it is very light. It's called the Undercover Lite. It is a 5-shot 38 Special that has an aluminum frame and a rubber grip. This thing is really cool with that cerakote. It has standard colors as well as cerakote finishes. This one is called Old Glory, and you can see why. It resembles the American flag, even has some stars on the barrel. That's a 2-inch barrel, by the way, and a 5-shot 38 Special. It's a very light revolver. We're also going to compare it with the Taurus Defender 856. Now this one has a 3-inch barrel, but I saw some things that Charter Arms has an advantage over that, so we're going to talk about that as well. I like the grip texturing. It has some raised bumps there, so when you grip it, you do get 3-finger contact. The pinky kind of rests on the bottom of the grip, and that's fine because so many people would carry either a Taurus 85, okay, back in the day, a similar version to this, but in the Taurus model, and then here's a Charter Arms, and it just slides in the pocket. Revolver fans love it, trust me. And you may be one of them. But the difference between the Charter Arms and the Defender, well, let's just get into it. The Defender 856 is a 6-shot. The Taurus 85 is a 5-shot, which would be comparable to this. But the double action trigger on the Taurus is very heavy. With the Charter Arms Undercover Lite, it is much lighter. And if we talk about the single action, we can see that, well, you can't see, but I can. It's very nice and crisp. Now, Charter Arms does have a transfer bar. All right, so it will drop when the hammer makes contact with the firing pin. And let's just take a look at it. It does have a push button cylinder release. It has all cerakote throughout, and there's the firing pin, the timing hand, the bolt stop. Over here we have the yoke and the forcing cone, the crane. The ejector has that shroud around there, okay? It limits the ejection, but I did put some rounds in there and it flew right out of there just fine, so we have no issue there. Interesting looking revolver. They did a fine job, and they have some beautiful cerakote finishes. If this thing is not your style, they do have other ones that are really nice. But it has a tunneled rear sight, a raised front sight that's all blue. If you went with this with a standard stainless finish like this, then you would see that would be black, much like this, but that is a night sight. Anyhow, the grip texturing, I have to give it to the Charter Arms Undercover Lite. I like the way that feels a little better than the Defender. I like the additional round in the cylinder with the Defender 856 compared to the Charter Arms. But if we're looking at a pocket carry, this would be very suitable. So let's go ahead and get it on the scale. We'll take a look at that, because the website says this is weighing in at 12 ounces. I'm actually measuring it at 14 and a half. And so I don't know where they came up with this. Maybe it's with a different grip. Just for fun, we'll see that the Defender 856, yeah, a little bit heavier. We can expect that because it has a 3-inch barrel. You're looking at just about 17 and a half. So about 3 ounces heavier. And if you go with the Charter Arms, you'll get a plastic case with a trigger lock and some cleaning instructions and a manual in there. But it is a plastic case, as where Taurus gives you a cardboard case. So we'll give it to Charter Arms for that. But it's a nice looking revolver. People love Charter Arms. They say it is such a fine shooting revolver. And if you're into cerakote and you're into pocket carry or even holster, or you're just a revolver fan. Now, you're going to love this, but we have to talk about the price. You're looking at around $400 for, and there are a lot in the Undercover Lite series. So on average, you're looking at about $400. Now, if you add the cerakote to it, obviously there's going to be an upcharge. So you're looking at approximately $80 more for a cerakoted model. This Old Glory, you can see it took a lot of time and energy to come up with this pattern, and so this one would be a little more. But the advantage there is that it's a barbecue gun. It's something you can show off to your friends. It is a snub nose, so you can throw it in the pocket. You can throw it in a glove box. There's just so many options and purposes for use that you could use the Undercover Lite for that makes this a very attractive firearm. And people love snub noses. They love the ease of it and the very lightweight. Even at 14.5 ounces, it is so light. And the double action trigger is nicer than the Taurus model. Single action, I would say that's about the same, but there it is. Charter Arms Undercover Lite. They have a whole series of revolvers, more than I ever knew once I started digging deep into it, and I have become impressed, and perhaps I'll do a range review with one of these shortly. Once again, Dan here with Fin Feather for Outfitters. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.